This playthrough is rated T for teen.
Look at you. Someone's calm, considering the situation.
Well, I mean, look at who I'm looking at. Your piercing blue eyes will make anyone stop whining and be calm for just a second. Man.
I mean, most people would yell, panic, or freak out. You've been able to keep your head through all of this.
I'm doing that in my head right now. Ah!
You're either really gutsy or easygoing. Not sure which, though.
Actually, in real life, I'd say easygoing for the most part.
Ah, I guess causing a commotion doesn't help. Keeping a cool head does make sense during a fight.
Well, 18, you're probably one of the known characters in the game to keep a cool head for the most part. I mean, there's other characters to do, but you're pretty well known for that.
Anyways, now that we're in this together, we better see it through.
Oh,
No
I wouldn't want to.
slacking.
No. I wouldn't want to do anything to slack or piss you off, man.
Nice. It looks like you can hold your own now during these fights.
Why does it make me feel good when you praise me like that? Praise me more.
But if I can make a suggestion, maybe try dodging a bit more.
What are we going to the? Are we going to the Dragon Ball Z abridged version of Piccolo? Dodge!
I am stronger than an ordinary human, but be careful. Even though I'm an android, I'm not immortal.
True, but you got a lot of benefits. You got like an infinite engine there, so you can never really get tired. Man, wonder how listful nights with Krillin are like, or how I feel. I almost feel bad for him, but not really. Yeah.
Getting punched and kicked is part of the game. But could you just treat my body a little nicer?
I mean, it's, well, I'd like, I was gonna say something very crude, but not in front of a lady with as much class as this.
If you don't handle yourself out there and ruin my body, I'll bill you for the damages.
Yeah, you like to bill people for a lot of stuff. That's probably why you have a lot of backup money for basically the rest of your life. That's how you got Mr. Satan to pay you a lot of money, so.
I wish I had brought something to read. I'm not used to sitting on the sidelines like this.
What? You're a Dragon Ball character. You're always on the sidelines. Everyone's on the sidelines unless you're Goku or Vegeta. So, I mean, you should have had a little mini book on hand, or an audiobook.
I suppose I could give you some tactical advice. It'd make watching a little easier.
Huh, I didn't really know you were a tactical type of character, 18. Continue.
If it were me out there, I would find it distracting having someone gab in my ear during the action.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Most people, despite them saying they can multitask, it's almost... A human cannot actually multitask, despite people saying to the contrary. You're never gonna get all the conversation or whatever. So.
However, I don't feel like doing any meditation or sitting around in a lotus position.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like your way of doing things.
But what I could do is maybe crank out some calisthenics. Bulma taught me some good exercises the other day.
Calisthenics, eh? Do you have any video of this? I need to study it, for science and training.
Android 17 and I have a bit of a complicated past with Android 16.
What, you mean you and him basically going out on the road, stealing stuff, just having mischief? What's so complicated about that?
Back in the day, we were on this journey, just the three of us.
Yeah, I watched that anime.
We had some business to take care of. Along the way, we ran into Cell.
Yeah, like killing Goku, and then Cell caused a bit of trouble.
He demolished 16 from the stories I heard, so seeing 16 alive and well was quite the surprise.
Yeah, he crunched his head in when he turned into semi-perfect Cell, and then when he tried to blow himself up at the end of the Cell games, Cell just blasted him and then stomped on his head. Yeah, it was a bit. Well, I mean, it wasn't graphic-ish to a point, but.
The thing is, the guy barely talks. You can't get a read on him, but he's not bad. Not that I know of, anyway.
I mean, you can't get a read on him. He's a robot. I mean, he's an actual android, unlike you, which you're more of a modified human or a cyborg more than anything.
You'll just have to take my word for it.
Yeah, 16 is one of those characters that's sad that he was permanently taken out of the story, but if he had been able to just come back after his speech to Gohan, it would have just lessened the impact. I mean, although it's weird how people still have I still have emotional moments in the series when characters die, even though we know they're going to get wished back with the Dragon Balls. Death is not a thing in Dragon Ball anymore. Not really, you know. But anyway.
As you know, 17's my twin brother. I haven't seen him in ages either.
Yeah, he kind of just disappeared from the franchise. We only get a couple of lines of dialogue about him at the end of the Cell games, because apparently he gets wished back and the bombs get removed. But yeah, he just disappears from the plot. Makes a brief appearance during the end of the Boo saga when he gets the power to Goku, and then just appears during the Universal Survival arc, which he was I don't know if he was MVP, but he made a really big showing in that arc for sure. If you know what I mean. I guess. Well, I mean, I'm already spoiled a lot of stuff already. He wins the Universal Survival arc, which no one expected to happen. Everyone thought it'd be Goku, but he won, and then wished everyone to come back, and boom, day saved by Android 17. Who knew?
It's not that we don't get along, because we do. We just have our own separate lives.
You know, it's interesting how, like, most twins are usually shown to be very close to each other because being twins. Although they have been modified from their original human form, so they'd probably be a bit different. And yeah, she becomes a mother and a housewife, which really, and she basically can do whatever she wants, really, because she's rich enough. So she could get a job if she wanted to, but she chooses not to. So at least she has the choice. But yeah, and then he became a park ranger. He ranged those parks.
Krillin, he's always trying to get me to invite 17 over for dinner.
Really?
But
Oh, sorry, I was just so surprised. Because we never see him in the series, so I guess he'd been trying to get them to come back together. And then when we find him in the series of Super, we find out he's got like 4 adopted kids or something like that. We never even see what they look like. The series was just a tease. We never even get to see his family. I think he's lying.
the truth is, he's not exactly the type to drop by with a bottle of wine in hand, you know?
Yeah, he seems to be pretty easygoing and like free roaming type of dude. I'm surprised he even settled down with a human woman, you know, for the most part.
We're siblings, but we give each other space. No real reason to break with the status quo.
Well, that's good. I mean, because some siblings don't know when to stop, and others don't communicate at all. Which, unfortunately, I'm one of those that almost doesn't communicate at all, and just because I just like being by myself. I mean, I don't know what else to tell people.
Oh man, what is up with these man children? Goku, 17, just give me a break.
I guess I'm a man child when you think about it because of my hobbies and everything and my laid-back attitude.
The mere mention of the word fight, and these two perk up like a dog for a bone.
Okay, yeah, you can't... Not with fight. I mean, for me, it'd probably be like... I don't know, maybe tabletop RPGs or something like that, I guess.
Hell, even Krillin. Someone says fight, and off he goes with the others.
Oh, every time she mentions Krillin, she gets that smile on her face.
Still, I can't blame him. I don't think he really wanted to hang up his gi anytime soon.
That's why you gotta give Krillin credit. Like, even though he kind of wanted to fight, he realized he needed to take care of his family and everything like that. He did the manly thing to do and looked for a supporting job, which at his strength, he could do pretty much anything that dealt with, like, working out or working.
But enough about that.
I caught you, 18. I was about to call you 17 for some reason. I caught you. Your heart is not cold and close to the world.
Just feel free to chew those boys out, especially if they stir up a ruckus.
You know, it's kind of cute to see Android 18 get embarrassed because usually she's pretty calm and collected, you know.
I wonder, when will this link thing fully run its course out of my body?
I hope it'll be a long time because I like spending time with you, Android 18. Yes, I know you're a married woman, but can't you have another Earthling friend?
We've been together so long, it almost feels like second nature.
I've been inside your head the whole time. I know everything about you. Wow, like a creepy stalker. Ooh.
But I can't say that I would like to stay this way forever.
As much as I love this too, I'll admit I wouldn't want it to be like this forever either. As much as I dream about it.
I'll continue to be your partner. You've done a good job.
Well, I guess that's the highest praise I can get from 18. These talks have been interesting, 18, to know that I've gotten a connection with the ultimate waifu of Dragon Ball Z. And there's no argument. She's top waifu. I don't care what anyone else says. No arguments. Pure, unadulterated Android 18. That's all there is to it, folks.
I have grown somewhat fond of you, so go ahead and consider my help on the house.
Oh, I don't have to pay like $1 million zenny or whatever it is to have your help. Well, that's the ultimate praise, dude.